Hi, this is Will, and my team gets a lot of questions in Smartsheet about how to use formulas right. A lot of people can get confused by them, and they especially get confused by index and index match. So I thought I'd take a minute today to explain how it works and how to take full advantage of the function. So on my sheet here, I have a simple table, and index is really powerful at getting information across a table. It can go up and down or by row, or it can go across a table and use both rows and columns. So I'll show you how to retrieve an item first just using index alone. So over here, I want to type in a formula that's going to get me this 3/3 here. So I'll just make this yellow to make it clear. So when I type equals and I start to type it out, you'll notice in Smartsheet that it brings the formula forward for you so you can know exactly what you're trying to fill out. And then it's going to show the parameters. And so in this case, you want to select your range first. So with an index, you have to get a range selected. In this case, I want to go all the way up and down this area I've numbered 1 to 5, and I want to go across 1 to 5 as well. So this is just telling it where you're wanting it to look. Now I'm going to put a comma in, and you see the row index. So the first index you want to really think about is rows, going up and down. That's commonly the major use of indexes, to go up and down. But sometimes you also can go across. So we're going to show how to do that too. So I'm going to type in 3 because I want to get that 3/3 there. And then I'll also type a comma. Notice that the column index has a little bracket around it. That's because sometimes you don't need to use it. And so the common, most essential use of the formula is going to just have row index, but you can also take advantage of column index too. So this right here would return 3/3. It's because it looks across that range, it goes 3 down in rows, and it goes 3 across in columns. And there you see that. So index alone doesn't help that much because odds are you really want to retrieve something from a name. And so I'm going to show how that can work with an index match. So you can assume that you could take it for just going up an index match, up and down, or even across an index where you select one value for the row and then a match for the second part. So I'll show how to do an index match here. So I type in index right here, and then I'm going to select the same area. And then I'm going to put in match, like so. And I'm going to put my search value as going to look here and just grab one of the names. So we'll put Charles. That means that I want to go down 5 values and want to grab whatever is on that row of 13. So then I'm going to select my range for the match. So the match, its job is to return the number in which it finds the matching criteria. So in this case, it's looking for Charles. When it finds Charles, it's going to give back the number that it finds it on. So you can see right here, the match is going to be returning 5 because Charles is on the 5th one. And so I'm going to do the same thing for the second match. And the 0 there is just to say exact. So you want to always put that 0 at the end of the match as well. And there's a whole section if you want to learn more about how the match works. You can expand right here and read about it and see how the search type, which is where the 0 is actually filled out. But I would say I mostly just use 0. So I type in match again, and this time I want to go across the top. So I'm going to type in, I want to get email, and then I'm going to select the area right here. And the idea of this is I want to go across the columns to get the right one. So I'm going down to Charles, the 5th one down, and I'm going all the way across to the Charles at Gmail. And the idea is that it's able to just give me the numbers back. So the match is their job is to return a 5 and return another 5. So when I hit enter, you can see I have the Charles there. So this is how you're able to use index match. Index collect works similarly, except you can have multiple criteria, and it's really only going to be selective on the rows. When you're able to use index match, you're able to go across the whole table and use the information for going across the columns to get it, as well as down the rows. So thank you very much. My name is Will, and I'm with Bluebird.